It's Tuesday afternoon, and you know what that means. It's time for Randominity with the Random Christian Show. Today on the Random Christian Show, we're interviewing award-winning actress, producer, director, and promoter Dawna Lee Heising. The Random Christian Show is officially sponsored by PJ's Coffee of New Orleans. Check out their drink specials today. Find the nearest PJ's Coffee to you at pjscoffee.com. Mention the Random Christian Show at the Pot City location for a 15% discount. The Random Christian Show is proudly supported by The Advisor. The Advisor is a Facebook group created by Colonel James Neal Broadus, composed of multi-talent such as actors, directors, artists, writers, and more. If you fall into this category, contact them on Facebook at The Advisor. Intro music provided by The Dead Campers. Check them out on Spotify and at deadcampers.com. Next week, the Random Christian Show would like to welcome back comedian Andrea Woodfolk. My name is Andy, and now here's your host, Christian Random.
It is no longer Christian Random, but Igor Random.
Good,
Yes.
good, my
Yes,
young
master.
assistant. Good. Yes, today,
Wait a minute.
today.
How
we
did I
will
become
create-
master? Not the master. It's Igor
We-
Random.
We will create life today with a wonderful interview.
Oh, we give life to senseless babbling and yes,
We
lots
excel at this.
yes, we do. And there it is. We've lost
Hey!
all our listeners. Very well. Hey, it's a Tuesday. That means it's time for this show, which is the Random Christian Show. I am Christian. That there is Andy. Hey, look,
Dr. Andy Stein,
Doc-
thank
Doc-
you very much.
Dr. Andy Stein, and I am Igor Christian Random, random guy, and I am no longer in control. No, were we ever really in control? At
We
any
were
point?
never in control, no.
No,
No.
but we make it look good.
That's true.
Because,
That is
you know,
very true.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
I look fabulous. Yes. Welcome to it. And Dr. Andy Stein, you look absolutely amazing.
Thank you. So I just assumed that I had sent you the memo to show up in costume.
Yeah.
I guess
you did.
I guess you didn't get the memo.
No memo. As, we can
Yeah. You know
clearly
what?
see here.
I didn't. I wanted this to be super awkward then. All right.
Well,
Great job, me. I did it.
just like my prom date. Super
Hey.
awkward. And so taking my third grade teacher to the prom was really awkward. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, but I mean, come on, you scored a date with an older woman. That's huge at that
Yeah.
age. I mean, and you just get legendary status through, like the next 2 weeks, and then people just forget because then
The amassment
know.
of pity on me was huge, and people did feel sorry for me. They're like, "Wow, Christian's got his Make-A-Wish date right on."
yeah.
I did score well on my test. Just saying.
Of course, yes.
It was the makeup for my my last day at school, and
Oh, I get it. Okay, all right.
that's
So,
how I
this is
passed the
welcome-
third grade.
Welcome to the Random Christian Show, where we uncover a lot about our host.
Way more
And
than
that last 2 minutes just uncovered quite a bit.
way more than anybody needed to know. And wow, my soundboard's falling apart. This is awesome. Not falling apart, but there's an amassment. You can't see it, but there's an amassment of wiring all over the place because I rearranged my studio 4 or 5
Yet
times a week.
again.
And
Yeah.
no, I haven't. But I just have not finished putting things together. So, welcome to the Random Christian Show, and this is what we do. Yeah. Dawna Lee Heising is on here. I'm so excited. I've been waiting so long to get her on. This is going to be awesome. Can't wait. And perfect timing. She's done so many great little horror films and sci-fi films. I mean, she's done other films, but
she's the perfect guest for our Halloween show. I mean, come on.
And it's going to be awesome. And you saw her; she looks freaking amazing.
Well,
she's like, we look like dog turds pretty much compared to what
I mean,
she's all glittery and it's man, it's gonna be awesome.
But as someone in her industry, you need to present, like you need to be essentially, you need to be on all the time. This is an interview, even though it's with us. This is an interview, and she's and I mean, come on, she looks the part. Like, trust me,
she does.
Can't wait to bring her in here because
we incite that, she incites this. And there it is. So
I never know where that's coming from. All right,
there's
it's just where are those people?
Five people over here. I got
okay.
5 homeless people that just kind of hang out in the back of the studio here. And
how much do you pay them to clap?
They are sheltered in warmth and love.
You just give them some PJ's coffee?
I do give them some PJ's coffee.
There you go.
Delicious PJ's coffee. Hot PJ's coffee.
Easy.
Little
easy. Yeah. I just zapped it with some lightning. So
well done, master. It burned me and I enjoyed it so much. So now I know this kind of came as a shock to you, but I did write a letter quite a ways back to our president of the United States.
Really? Okay.
President Joe Biden, and just stating my state of mind as I like to do, on the show.
Interesting.
And in no way is this a political attack, or is this, I welcome all viewpoints. I'm not afraid of that. I think we made this statement a long time ago, but I have the way I think things should be done, and that's what makes America great. I'm just saying. But anyway, so wrote Joe a letter. I call him Joe because I figure we're.
Are you on that level with him now?
Yeah, I fall off my bike just like he does. So
you guys are pen pals, essentially, right? You
in
wrote
a way,
him a letter. He wrote you a letter. I mean,
in a way, yeah. Me,
all right.
Sort of like Bob Dole. Bob Dole writes letters. Yes, he does. Not as good as old Billy, but hey, I'm just saying. Hey, there's a hot chick in the green room, by the way. All right. All right. That was my Bill Clinton, by the way. Just throwing that out there in case anybody needs some voiceover work with old Billy.
Anybody watching Born past the 90s would need that.
Wow. Wow. I'm Hillary's bitch. How's that? No, everybody knows who I am. Yeah, that's right. I'm the guy who collected her checks and sitting at home eating Big Macs, watching football, smoking cigars. Right, Andy Stein? Yeah,
sure.
No.
So how's this?
Wow.
So what's in this letter? Tell me what's in this letter. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the letter. Oh, that worked well. I'm still fascinated by this new soundboard that we get to play with. So I wrote him a letter. Well, he wrote me. Well, he emailed. I'm sorry. These are emails. I'm old school. Electronic mail. Electronic mail.
You didn't actually put pen to paper here.
No. I put fingers on keyboard and still
there we go.
Didn't
he wrote back
much
that's
legible
the exciting,
but yes,
exciting part. He wrote back.
He wrote back, and so I waited. I'm going to hit the button here and open the email. I have not opened it, as I stated in the promotions for the show coming up. So I wanted to do this live on the air with everybody and just see what old President Joe Biden has to say. So
Okay.
I'm going to hit open, and or maybe I will. There. Okay, there it goes. Now it's open. Okay. Well,
Technology.
from the President of the United States, yada yada yada. All the little officially. It's even got a little fake letterhead on it. It's very
I
cool.
like it. Good. No, of
Um,
course.
okay. Okay. Well, this starts off rather awkward.
Okay.
And now I am reminded of being back in elementary school. Dear Christina, I wanted to drop a note to you as I have seen the podcast now a few times and have really enjoyed it. Uh, you and
Okay.
Andrea are quite funny, and I love the back and forth cattiness you both have.
Well, all right. At least someone appreciates it.
Yes, Andrea.
Christina.
Christina.
Okay.
Yes. It's kind of hot.
All right.
I'm getting scared. I
That's
will
okay.
say for chicks, you don't really got it in the looks department, but really for me, it's about the attitude and sense of humor, which you both have in spades. Not that I'm into multiracial things. That's more Billy Clinton's style, which, by the way, you do a great impersonation of. So there's a moment of
Oh,
clarity.
good. At least
And
he figured that out, that it was an impression and that you weren't really Bill Clinton.
yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so what do you two Harry Broads say to bike rides and will just say?
Do we think he
Apparently,
was having a stroke while he was typing this?
apparently Joe mumbles while he's typing. Sound like a good time? Where did you ever find that one guy with the paddle?
Oh, Travis Dunn.
Oh,
That's the one you
Travis
watched.
Dunn.
Okay.
Travis, you
Great.
are
We
now
love.
a big fan of Joe Biden's. That's my kind of mantle. Let me tell you about a time I went on an elevator with the Pope. He was so okay. It's really
This
getting
is
weird
getting
now at this
weird.
point. I realized he's the Grand Poobah. I skipped over some things because I'm not sure it's
Probably
appropriate.
probably for the best here, I think.
Yeah, that guy's got a rosary you wouldn't believe. Woo! And have you seen the idiots I work with? Oh, brother, let me tell you about this talking camel that laughs like a hyena all the time. Dude, literally thought, and this is his typing, literally thought it was my running mate for the longest time, but found out it was just a hallucination of my COVID vaccines they were testing on me. I can kind of see that, and I can see how this
Sure.
is kind of affecting him with this letter writing thing. And who keeps moving things around on me? I mean, seriously, I could have sworn I was just in front of the White House, but I'm apparently in a small room with poorly designed walls that don't reach the ceiling or the floor, and just has this weird stool with a hole. I think he was doing this from the bathroom.
Probably.
Um,
I think that
uh,
sounds right.
okay, let's skip forward a little bit. I'm in the office making important decisions. Okay, I'm ready for makeup. Mommy, gotta go, but write soon to me and let's go tripping somewhere soon.
Well,
Fauci hooked me up with some great stuff. Gotcha.
all right.
Love you, Joey.
I'm gonna go on the right here and say that he wrote this one himself. He didn't
I
he
pretty
didn't
sure
he didn't put this one down to a flunky or anything. I think this is straight from him.
I feel
The narrative's pretty much on
horrible.
point there.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of awkward, and but yeah, okay. It all it's all coming together.
Yeah.
Billion points of light. Okay. Wow. That was one of these. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I'm not
interesting.
gonna lie, maybe a little bit of that. So
Probably.
yeah. So the President of the United States, I thank you. I guess is the appropriate term, because I mean he's the President of the United States and he could probably have me eliminate. This show may not be on the air after this.
Yeah,
We
right.
we
This might be our last show.
Yeah, Andy. Well, he'll think you're Dr. Andy Steen, so he won't.
Oh,
Andy
that's true. Yeah,
Stein.
I'm officially in costume, so he might not recognize me this time.
That's right. And I shall go as Igor, not Igor. Igor. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that was just incredibly awkward and kind of silly. So, thank you, President Joe Biden, for all that and all that you've been accomplishing, I guess. So yeah, we've got this is our last official week with PJ's Coffee, by the way. So we're just gonna give them
The shout.
as many extra plugs as we can, because we do love PJ's and we thank them so much for their sponsorship. But
Yeah.
they've moved on to bigger and better things like billboards and, official
Right. And
happy
what can you do?
fun time
You know?
things, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
they sponsored us for a good few months, and it was a great. And
It's
you got a great bit out of it going down there, which was good. So
Oh yeah, we had a lot of
Yeah.
fun showing up down
No,
there. So whenever you are in PJ's, just keep hitting them up for the 15% discount wherever you're
Yeah.
at, because they are growing and spreading all over the US. So
And if you mention us enough, who knows? Maybe they'll come back to us.
yeah, they'll be like, hey, by the
Hey,
way,
they do have some legs. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got some legs, baby. They're in great shape. I used to be a dancer. Just saying. Well, what do you think?
We'll do it live.
Oh, Bill.
There's
We'll
Bill.
do it live.
Bill,
Okay.
we're doing it
Do
live.
it live.
We are doing it live.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
So just speaking of doing it live, we had a random 9 list. I think after the president's letter,
Well,
I'm kind of willing to move on.
a letter from the president usually does, take precedence over
It does.
our standing bit. Even though it was a little, a little
Weird.
too on point for our president. Let's, maybe we should move forward.
Things got a little awkward, and yeah. So I'm gonna use this. Yeah, because nothing intros somebody like "I Can't Turn You Loose" by Sam and Dave. And here it is. With no need for introduction, we have one of the most accomplished young ladies out there, working the scene, been in tons of scary movies and sci-fi movies, other movies as well. But this lady has done a lot and doing a lot for a lot of people, helping them out, promoting them. She's a writer, producer, director, actress extraordinaire. Kids, let's welcome to the show Miss Dawna Lee Heising. Hey-o! Dawna! Yeah, I was trying to stretch it out so that way it actually, hit the post. But see, right there, that would have been the post. But anyway, I'm still a little thrown off by the president's weird, strange correspondence with me. So, hello and welcome to the show. Welcome to the Random Christian Show.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We are so happy to have you here, ma'am. All right. So, good Lord, you have a plethora of stuff that is either going on or that you've done. And one thing I really want to ask, because I've done a little dabbling into what you have done. Are you a huge fan of the horror movie types, or do you have a different genre that you really like working with? Because you do have a wide palette that you've worked in, so I'm just kind of curious.
Well, I'm an actress, so I like all genres. I am not a scream queen, as everyone thinks. um, I'm not a real scream queen. I've done a lot of horror films, and I've done a lot of sci-fi films, but I think what I like best is comedy.
Oh, sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, comedy is awesome. It's one of my faves. So how many? Okay, let's just do this. Let's start off right off the bat with the whole genre, not genre, the whole gambit. How many movies have you done? Because you've been in quite a few, man.
I've been probably in almost 200 films now.
Bam!
I've had
Oh, dude. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I turned it down. There. Here. There it is. All right. So, okay, dude, 200 films. And you have how many going on right now?
Well, I have a lot of films going on right now. So, I'd like to promote them. That's, I get really nervous guesting on shows. I had my own show, or I still have it actually, called Ion Entertainment.
Yes.
And I used to interview people all the time, and so I can do that in my sleep. It makes me really nervous to get interviewed, but you guys are funny. So,
well, looks aren't everything.
All evidence to the contrary so far.
Wow.
It's a great atmosphere.
Well, we do what we can, and we try to just have a good time. Oh, speaking of which, we do have what's called the chat, and I'm enabling it now before anybody goes, "Hey, you haven't put up the chat yet." So there we go. Now, people over here, anybody watching out there, you can join in and talk with Miss Dawna Lee Heising or us, or just make random comments as the show entitles you to do, which means we'll just ignore everything you say. But and welcome back to my show. All right, so 200 films, multiples going on. You have a podcast. What you write, produce, direct, and promote all these other actors and actresses. What I mean, you just gonna start your own studio now? What is what I mean, it's kind of hard to say what you're not gonna do. Oh, and modeling. I saw you did some modeling. I mean, what you gonna design a car soon?
I was also a vice president of marketing for technology companies for about 10 years. So I don't know if people know that. I have an MBA from Pepperdine University. And so that's why
incredible.
I also publicize the films that I'm in, the films that I have big roles in. I always publicize them, and I put them into film festivals. So that's one thing I'm really excited about. I'm almost stepped to like 300 awards now for films that I've been in.
I mean, I was going to say, you're constantly posting all these award-winning films that you've been in. And I mean, now 300?
Post for my friends too. I mean, I think I was talking to my agent, Diana, this morning, and we're a team. So I like to promote the accomplishments and the successes of my friends too. So I have a group on Facebook called Ion Entertainment, and I devote that to the successes of my friends, or people I work with, and anybody who sends me something, I'll post it in there, because I believe in giving back, and staying positive and
yeah, absolutely.
Well, and I mean, and that's really important too, because then you're your team feels appreciated, and the people
Mhm.
around you actually feel like part of a team, and not just, we work for Dawna, and she gets the awards, but we make sure that but that's incredible.
Well,
That's
actually, the awards are for everybody. Like,
right.
my best friend Rena Wolsinger, Dr. Rena Wolsinger, she was my Final Cut Pro teacher at Golden
Oh,
West
wow.
College, and we found out that we lived 2 streets from each other in Huntington Beach. So, this is years ago. This is like, well, I've been doing my show for 17 years, so this is like 17 years ago.
Wow.
And she
Dude.
is just amazing. She's an executive with a virtual reality company, and she's actually in Istanbul right now at a conference for her company. I guess
Oh,
it's
wow.
like one of the top VR companies. But she was the producer for my show, Ion Entertainment. And actually, that's probably why I don't do it as much anymore, because this iCloud thing keeps popping up. Can you see this?
No.
Okay, good. Well, because I keep trying to get rid of it.
I'm so glad you said that, though, because I have things pop up in front of me all the time, and
I can't believe it.
if
Well, so
anything
anyway,
like that
Rena
happens,
handled all the technical stuff on the show. Even
Yeah.
doing things like this, she put it together, and I didn't have to do anything except just talk. So Rena is like she's a member of the Grammy Recording Academy.
Wow.
She's a musician. She's, like I
Wow.
said, she's an executive with this VR company. And then she's a producer on my films. So
Jeez.
I schedule shows with people, but then Rena's off in like Istanbul.
Yeah.
You're like,
I just don't do it
hello.
anymore unless it's for a film that I really want to promote.
Wow. That's, oh my gosh. So, okay, and your show was on has been on for 17 years?
Well, you can check it out. It's on YouTube. It was on Amazon Prime for 2 years. And then I don't know what happened. Maybe we didn't get enough viewers or something. So then they took off all of the shows, but they left Ion Entertainment up, and they won't take it down. So, it's up there, and there are no shows attached. So,
Weird.
I'd be hitting them up for some royalties.
well, it's just really, there are no shows to get royalties on. It's
Right.
just my logo, it's just crazy. It just takes up space on their platform. But my show is on YouTube, and it's under Ion Entertainment, and that's EYE on Entertainment, all one word. So you can
Oh,
see,
okay. So,
see all the
Yeah.
things. we
And
covered.
we'll link that from our website as well after the show.
Okay. Well, we used to cover like the Oscars and the Emmys and all of that, because when I was in technology marketing, I really missed show business. So then I would go and I would interview all of these people, and after I worked 12 hours at my job, I would go down and interview all these people, and that's why we've built up such a backlog.
wow. Geez. Yeah. No, I'm real cheap, and I just like to do it. I do it live, and then that way I don't have to edit anything, and it just saves me. I'm kind of a moron, so it just makes life a lot easier for me. And Andy refuses to help. He just goes, "No, figure it out." And
Yeah,
Editing is tough.
I'm really just the pretty face of the organization here.
It's
That's
true.
all I am, right?
People tune in to look at Andy. In fact, Andy has a fan club where he sends out little cards and stuff, pictures of him. He's like,
Oh, good for you.
and yeah, it's awesome. There's a lot of controversy around that fan club, but it's all right.
So that's why we can't say the name of it now for legal reasons until that whole mess gets ironed out.
It's a don't ask, don't tell kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay. So wow. Okay. So people is what you're saying.
I have really great friends. Through Rena, I know Craig Railsback, who is the director on a lot of my films. Do you know who Steve Railsback is? He played Wilson. He worked with Richard Rush.
Okay, I know the name. I know the name.
Sounds familiar.
Well, he's an A-lister. Anyway, Steve is, Craig is Steve Railsback's nephew. And so he's working on a film called Rush, about Richard Rush, and Steve is working with him on it. But Rena and Craig and Rena's sister, who is Dr. Heather Joseph Witham, who used to be on Mythbusters, she wrote.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, and she's also a vampire expert. So she wrote this great script for us. Craig directed it. Rena and her husband Keith, who's an American Airlines pilot, and Craig is also an American Airlines pilot. But Rena and Keith wrote an original score for our film Down and Out in Vampire Hills, and it's in Grammy consideration right now. And
wow. That's
Rena
incredible.
is a member of the Grammy Recording Academy, so we're really excited about that. And the film just got released in September, but it's won a number of awards so far. So we're really proud of it. It's a short film. It's a 22-minute film.
But yeah, and it's won a lot of awards, hasn't it?
Well, it has. It's won awards in every film festival that I've put it into so far, and it's only since September. Craig is a great director. I mean, he directed my Lady Macbeth monologue for Dark Classics, and that's won a number of awards. I did a Hamlet monologue that Craig directed, and that's called Fireside Classics. That's won a number of awards, and I think the best film we've put out now is Down and Out in Vampire Hills, and I'm waiting for a local film festival to accept it, and we'll have our premiere there. So, I'm hoping that'll happen real soon, so that everyone can see the film. I actually haven't seen the completed film because I want to wait and see it with the rest.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, well, why wouldn't you preview your own film? But okay, no, I get it now. That's cool.
I trust Craig. It's going to be great. But all my it's got a great cast. It's got Ken May, Lejean, Bill Housekeeper, who is with my agent Diana, and it's got Walter Hochbruckner and his wife Vera Taylor. Walter directed me in a film called The Paradise Motel, which has won a bunch of awards, and I was the lead in it. So I've won like 4 Best Actress awards for The Paradise Motel. So our film is with Walter and Vera.
Yes. Okay,
so it's really special because Walter puts The Paradise Motel into film festivals because it's his film. I just do it if the filmmakers want me to, and if I have a big role in the film or I'm a producer or something, I'll do it with the permission of the filmmakers. But Walter has submitted The Paradise Motel to a bunch of film festivals, and it's won a ton of awards.
Okay, so let's real quickly, these 2 big films, because I see them a lot. I see your page, so I see a lot of these things posted and whatnot in your awards. Real quickly, give me a synopsis of Down and Out in Vampire Hills. What is it? It's obviously a horror-ish style film. Is it a horror parody film, or is it like serious? Okay, yeah.
It's a horror comedy. It's like a black comedy.
Yes.
It's about, I play the vampire queen Penelope, and Ken May plays my housemate.
Okay. Hold on. Penelope.
Yeah,
that is not a vampire queen's name, but okay. So perfect. I mean, it nails it. That's perfect. But
Well, we live in a homeless camp. That shows you it's really a different film. I mean, it's gotten my
So it's a
agent.
reality film, right? Is what you're
It's
saying?
kind of a reality film, but not really because I'm a vampire, But I have to say, okay, first of all, my great agent is Diana Carter, and I love her, and I'll be talking more about her. But also, my great manager is Joseph Williamson with the Williamson Management Company, and he's a producer on our film, and he has gotten us great reviews. I mean, we've gotten at least 6 great reviews that have all been favorable, which is unusual.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, that's awesome. Do you
so
think he could do a little magic for the show here?
Right.
Just saying, we need all the help we
Yes.
can get. But okay, sorry, I digress.
Well, I have to say that, I'll give Joe a plug here. He is a co-host on Amber Lynn's show. She has a podcast.
Oh, okay. Right
And-
on. Yes.
Okay, so, Joe's pretty visible, but he's really been wonderful in promoting our vampire film.
Yeah.
And actually, every film that I ask him to promote, he's good at publicity. And 2 of the films, he handles my good friend Dustin Ferguson. And so I've got a film coming up in 2 weeks called Cobra Strike Force. And I play the queen in that too. I mean,
Yeah.
I have one of the leads in that film, and it's an action film. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, you've done quite a bit. I was going to say that's another genre that you seem to be very popular with, is the action, kind of shoot 'em up films in a way.
Well, I love those. Actually, I would say maybe action is my favorite, but I've been taking martial arts for about 6 years now. I take Tang Sudo,
Okay.
and I'm not good, but I know all the katas. No, I'm not good. It's like I'm afraid to spar with people. And, how can you do martial? I mean, because everybody in my class is a black belt,
You do virtual.
No,
Right.
I pretend to spar.
Yeah.
That I do have a wonderful teacher from San Francisco. His name is, he's Grandmaster Rick St. Clair. And he's going to be having a special day at the Martial Arts Museum in February of next year. And I'm definitely going to be there. But Rick's been teaching me the Joe staff, and he's showing me how to hold a gun and, training. See, it just popped up again. Crud.
Stupid Google. You can't stand it, Google.
No, it's iCloud, and I don't even use iCloud.
That's what I meant about iCloud. It drives me nuts.
So anyway, Rick is really wonderful, and I've won awards at the official Martial Arts Hall of Fame through Rick and through Dr. Jim Thomas, and I'm very grateful for that. And so I do know martial arts. I do know martial arts weapons, and I'm a pole dancer. So I love action films. I love moving in my films. Recently, I mentioned dark classics and fireside classics. I went to a great teacher named Carol Foreman, and she trained me in doing Shakespeare. So I love doing. It's a lot of work to do Shakespeare.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a lot of work, but I'm so proud of myself for doing those 2 monologues. I think if I did the Lady Macbeth monologue maybe 3 years ago. So I think if I did it today, I think it would be better.
Right.
I mean,
You're more polished. You're more
it's like
accredited.
the more you do something, the better you get at it. And
Right.
I'm not, I think, if you follow me, I'm a very obsessive person. So, I mean, I think you kind of have to be in show business.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So I was in
I think
over
dedicated
100.
is more the term.
Well, yes, okay,
Right.
but obsessive is the right.
Well, no, but
Obsessive dedication.
You have to have that go-getter attitude. You're not just gonna sit back and get roles. You're not gonna,
No.
Yeah,
if
no,
you
no, you have to
if
be a
you're
type A
lazy, you're
personality.
not gonna. Yeah, you have to challenge yourself, and you have to really work and be perfect at that whatever you want to get at that time. So no, that makes perfect sense to be obsessive.
And I think you also have to keep saying, oh, do you have a commercial?
Nope.
No,
Oh,
I was just
okay.
I was just that was the Andy got it right button. Not
Oh, okay.
and that's the first time we've heard it on the show, believe it or not.
You've got
No,
right
that's
quite a
not
few
true.
times. Okay.
Wrong answer, Andy. Okay.
There we go. That's what I'm used to hearing. All right.
Yes.
So I believe that I went to UC Berkeley and I had an acting class, and this was years and years ago. And I was assigned a book. I was assigned to read a book called The Psychology of Winning by Dr. Dennis Waitley. And it's affected my entire life. I mean, it shows that you need to stay positive, and you need to be happy for your friends, and you need to be happy for the successes of others, because it puts positive energy into the atmosphere and it'll come back and it will benefit you. I mean, there's space in this world for success for everyone. You know, it's like we're not in competition with anyone except ourselves. But we do need to keep setting goals for ourselves in order to grow. And so for me, I was in like over 100 contests, and I won or placed in all of them because when you do something so many times, you get really good at it. And so I got a lot of publicity in those days. And so these days, I'm not acting for publicity. I mean, that's not what I want. I actually prefer being behind the scenes, but I love the acting part of it. I want to keep growing my craft. I want to keep getting better. And that's what's important to me. I'm coming on your show. I used to turn down shows all the time, but I'm doing it now to promote the projects that I'm in. But like I said,
and it's a really cool show, right?
Yes, and because you interviewed Sandy Slavin.
Well, yes, we love Sandy, and
Sandy is great, and that's another film that I need to talk about. It's the
Rose Wagon. Yep, and we're gonna have Sandy back on. We had too many technical difficulties with her, so we had to that's when Robert Amico came on the show, because he kind of took over for her because we had a good connection with him. Well, kind of a good connection.
We had a better connection with Robert than we did with Sandy. Yeah, Sandy had to drop off, but we ended up having a really good talk with Robert over the Rose Wagon, and
Robert
obviously
was in the Rose Wagon, so he knows. Robert is a producer of the Rose Wagon, so he knows all about it. And I do have to say that Robert got me one of my most important roles so far. He got me my role in Bad President with Eddie Griffin, which is comedy.
Yeah.
I hope that everyone will go out and see it. It got released at the Cannes Film Festival, and it was supposed to be released to theaters, except that the pandemic hit, and this was like 2 years ago. So that killed everything. But the film is hilarious. It's gotten tons and tons of great reviews, and no matter what your political affiliation is, you're going to love it because it's just a comedy. And we
got to remember that it's just comedy, folks. It's not a viewpoint. It's just having fun.
No, it's based on real facts. I mean, it was written by a journalist. And so he took everything that Trump did and put it in here. So nothing is made up except that Eddie Griffin plays Lucifer. And Robert
That
plays,
right there, classic.
well, Robert and Justin, um, and I play Eddie Griffin's minions. And Justin Schenkero won a Golden Globe and an Oscar for Picket Fences. So,
Oh, wow.
and Robert is, he trained at the Actors Studio. So
Right.
I was just absolutely in heaven to be on that film because I played Misery, Justin played Anger, and all our scenes are with Eddie Griffin. And
Oh,
he
wow.
took us to, he comped the cast and crew to his Las Vegas show. Eddie is a brilliant talent. I mean, he's like one of the best actors I've ever met. He would be,
Wow.
doing his comedy bit in between scenes, and then as soon as the camera started rolling, he went straight into being Lucifer.
Right.
He's got the best eyes. I mean, it's like if you watch this film, look at Eddie's eyes. I mean, there's something about stars that is different. Like I worked with Tommy Wiseau too, and there's just something about these people that there's a reason why they're famous. There's a reason why they're stars.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, Eddie Griffin, I mean, come on. Undercover Brother. Those are two of my favorite. Well, Undercover Brother is a classic movie, but the Deuce Bigelow series he was also in.
Mhm.
Yeah. Those are two of my favorite all-time comedies. I mean, but
He's amazing. Yeah. I mean, and so I have to thank Robert Amico for that film and for that experience. I mean, that was just an amazing experience. And Param Gill was the director. And please check it out. It's on probably every streaming platform now.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You can find that one fairly easy, I'm pretty sure. Wow, man, girl. Geez, who haven't you worked with, for God's sakes? I mean, this.
Well, I'm going to be working with Eric Roberts soon in Jimmy Drain's Reno Monster Slayer.
Yes, I saw you or somebody posted something on the Advisor page, by the way.
Yes, and I know the Advisor is one of your sponsors. He's a sponsor of our film Down and Out in Vampire Hills.
Yes, the Colonel.
Yeah.
Yes. He's also a sponsor of the Rose Wagon.
Yes, he is.
Right. The Rose Wagon is not even finished yet.
Nope.
It's not a complete film, but it won over 40 awards for one scene that Christian Griffith sent me. And I looked at this scene, and this scene is absolutely fantastic.
Wow.
And I've never, oh my gosh, I've never.
iCloud's popping up again.
The iCloud.
Yes, I'm so embarrassed. I wish it would stop, but
no, don't worry about it. Hey, we're not seeing it. But listen, let's take a quick break because I want to come back. I want to talk about the Rose Wagon. I want to talk.
Okay.
I mean, there's so many more things we need to talk about, but I want to take a quick break. We've got Dawna Lee Heising, actress extraordinaire, producer, director, writer, promoter. She's done it all. We're going to have her back here in just a minute. We're just going to take a quick break, hear from our sponsors, which is, of course, delicious PJ's Coffee, right here in Platte City, Missouri, but all over the U.S. and growing every day. So let's talk with PJ's. How about that? Here we go. Maybe. There. The Random Christian Show is now sponsored by PJ's Coffee of New Orleans, specializing in small batch roasted coffees and teas and delicious beignets and baked goodies. Now, obviously, the coffees are mind-blowingly amazing, okay? My personal favorite is the Roast 35 in Papua New Guinea because I like the dark roast, but hey, they have a great variety from light to dark and even in decaf. Maybe you want some tea or some chocolate? Well, they've got that in hot or cold as well, and even blended drinks to help beat this summer heat. PJ's offers pour-overs or hot or cold drips, and nothing says PJ's of New Orleans like a beignet. Yeah, that's right. These delicious little morsels from heaven complement any of these beverages or just a munch on alone. PJ's has scones, muffins, bagels, croissants, and sandwiches. Yeah, that's right. My favorite is the Cuban. Muy delicioso. At PJ's of New Orleans, the coffee starts with the selection, and they are finicky, all right? But it shows in the quality and the deliciousness of this coffee. Okay, then they small batch roast it. That's right. They give it the love it deserves for each unique flavor by roast master Felton Jones. PJ's of New Orleans is a small franchise, but they are growing, and they take great pride in their product by doing just that, keeping it small and keeping it under control. Now, there are locations growing throughout the U.S. in Louisiana, of course, Mississippi, Texas, Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, now in New Jersey and Maryland, and out west they've got Colorado, California, and of course right here in Missouri and Kansas City up in Platte City, Missouri. Maybe there's no PJ's Coffee near you. Well, what do? You get on the interweb and you go to pjscoffee.com, and they're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. You can order the coffees you need right from their website at pjscoffee.com, or you can find a location that's near you and go there and get it yourself along with some delicious food. All right, pjscoffee.com. Check them out, PJ's Coffee of New Orleans. If you mention the Random Christian Show, you're going to get a 15% discount, especially here in Platte City, Missouri. All right, PJ's Coffee of New Orleans. Go to the interweb, pjscoffee.com, order you some coffee or find a location near you. Get your order online and have it ready for you when you get there, or use the drive-thru. All right, PJ's Coffee of New Orleans at pjscoffee.com. Small batch roasted coffee because they care. They do care. And we care because we've got Dawna Lee Heising right here with us. Welcome back to the show. It is the Random Christian Show. We are talking with Miss Dawna Lee. Thank you so much for taking time out of your, and I'm sure, insanely busy schedule, and just hanging out with little goofballs like us. So we really do appreciate it. Well, thank you very much.
And I've
I'm
been
not gonna lie.
with PJs too. They're great.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yes.
See, it's working, PJ. So you should officially, really corporately sponsor us. And so that being said, who cares? Because they're dumping us after this month anyway. So welcome back. And so now, Dawna, we were talking about a lot of your different movies. Yeah, you've done a lot of horror films, and obviously the action and the comedy. But now the Rose Wagon I wanted to talk about, because yes, we're going to get Sandy back on. We've got her slated to come back on. She's the writer and director of the Rose Wagon, which is a faith-based film, which I absolutely love. And now, what was you're one of the leads, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What give us a synopsis of what the Rose Wagon is about.
Okay, well, the Rose Wagon is a family-friendly film.
Mhm.
And it centers around actually a little girl, and Johnny Shandor plays her, and she's fantastic. And her dad and her mother died around Christmas, so they don't celebrate Christmas. And then her father, Andy, gets into an accident and is paralyzed. And I play Andy's mother. And I start out as the villain of the film because I try to. Your toy looks great.
Sorry.
I start out as the villain of the film because I try to take Bella, who's Johnny's character, away from Andy. That I'm hoping, and so the audience probably will hate me at the beginning, but I'm hoping that the audience will like me by the end. The scene that Christian sent me has everybody in it, but it's my scene with Andy in the hospital. And recently, we filmed another scene. Craig filmed it for me. Sandy wrote it. Sandy wrote this wonderful scene for the end of the film that Craig filmed for me. And so I haven't seen the entire film yet. I think
Well, it's not done yet, though, is it? I
yeah,
mean,
no,
they're
I mean,
they're
I think,
still
Yeah.
putting scenes together and things like that. But okay,
yeah, I
so
think it'll be released by Christmas.
yes,
But
that's right.
Sandy has done so much promotion on it. I mean, there's a new website. It's rosewagonfilm.com.
Mhm.
And like I said, this one scene has won, I think, 41 awards now.
Oh wow.
Which is
Wow.
amazing for one scene. This never happens.
That might have been the clip that
Jeez.
Sandy sent us. I think that was the clip that we
yeah.
watched, Christian. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so. But no, yes, Andy, but I think that they revised it to where there's more now. We had
okay.
a small little clippy clip, but I think it's a bigger version of what we got originally because
yeah,
she claimed it was still kind of in the works.
well, there were people in the waiting room in the beginning, and Xander Nicholson plays my grandson, and he's fantastic, and he's in the beginning scene. So she could have sent you just my portion of the scene, but the scene
Okay.
is bigger than that.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah. No, and it's I mean, what we saw was great. It was very powerful. It was very cool.
Yeah.
It just very excited, and like I said, that's Sandy was just having connection problems, and we said, listen, we're gonna bring you back on. We'll get this figured out, and then we'll get you back on. So I don't think she understood the whole gambit of what was needed, and so now she does. And so
yeah, no, she's done more interviews now, and they still have to film one more scene. The film was done in Indiana.
Yes.
And Christian Griffith is the DP on it, and he is absolutely fantastic. The scene is just beautiful because of Christian. He directed that scene, and he also edited it. He's editing the film, and so they still have to do a group scene with a Harley Davidson motorcycle. So Sandy, I don't know what the scene is. Sandy wrote it. So they still have to film that. And then I think the film will be complete. And then Christian just has to finish editing it.
Right on. Okay. And so, yeah, I know it's been blowing up big time. And there was, what was I going to say? Well, when Robert was on, he's actually in the movie too. Robert Amico's in this film. And
he plays a doctor. I brought Robert onto the film.
Did you? Wow. Okay.
See, and the president is the least I could do.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, this is one thing I love, and this is one thing I really like about on this show. The people that I bring in, they're all somehow, some way interconnected, and even some people that aren't. Like Indiana, for some reason, we've got a lot of people that are shooting films in Indiana or making something happen that are all Indiana. We had LaShawn. Oh my gosh, now I'm drawing a blank. The Submerged Universe. He's
Witherspoon.
Witherspoon. Thank you.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
He saw a music video I did with Ty Verdes and sent me screenshots from it. So I mean that.
Oh my gosh!
Cool. Yeah,
wow.
I like him. I follow him.
Yeah, no, he's great.
And
his whole thing was shot all over throughout Indiana, and it was in Indianapolis, and it's like he's like you would have no idea that we were in Indiana, and we've seen the clips, and we're just like. Wow.
Yeah.
How do you? Yeah. I mean, the way he did
amazing. Such an incredible job with that.
Yeah.
So far, just setting.
Well, he does action films, so I've wanted to work with him forever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to get in there, girl. You
Well,
got-
I'm trying.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'll call him. I'll call him. Be like,
There you
"Hey,
go. There you
get
go.
her on. This is
I
it."
live in California though, so it's a little difficult.
Yeah, it's a bit of a commute. I'm not gonna lie. And actually, and now, are you originally from the Bay Area?
I went to Berkeley. I
Okay, so you went to
UC
school in
for
Berkeley.
2 years. And actually, I went to high school in Los Gatos.
Okay.
So-
Yeah.
Girl, I'm from Saratoga High.
Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. We used to play you.
Yeah,
Oh, so you're from
yeah.
California?
yeah. I'm
Oh.
originally from Saratoga, and Andy's actually from the Bay Area also.
Yeah, I was born in Walnut Creek. I grew up in the East Bay. I worked in San Francisco for years, so that was my stomping ground. So
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, actually, my dad went to Stanford.
Oh wow!
wow.
And my cousins, David Wong and George Doherty, they travel the world with Bugs Bunny on Broadway. They won a Primetime Emmy for Peter and the Wolf on Broadway. They used to live in San Francisco.
Oh,
They
wow.
lived in this I don't know what you call them, but the craft houses.
Oh yeah.
David is so creative. He decorated the inside of the house and they painted the outside.
Oh
I guess-
wow!
During the pandemic, they moved to Las Vegas because you know how San Francisco is now.
Right. Yeah.
Crazy
Well, it's
and insanely expensive.
yes, and even more so than Southern California, which is ridiculous.
Which, yeah, you would think no, but yeah, I mean, San Francisco is probably next to New York. It's one of the highest cost per living to live.
Yeah.
My
to
my
me,
two
well,
sisters still live there, and thank God they bought their properties when they did, because if they hadn't, they'd be homeless and on
yeah.
shopping carts and all that. So, girl, Los Gatos, hello, what's
Yeah,
up?
I
Yeah,
went to Westmont High, which is in Campbell, right next to it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a satin doll. I was on
Oh
the
my-
dance team there. So and then I went to UC Berkeley, and then I was actually Miss San Francisco Universe. So San Francisco, that's where I got discovered for Fantasy Island. So I
Wait,
love San Francisco.
whoa, Fantasy Island. What?
Years and years ago, I played Miss Hawaii. And it was from the San Francisco Universe contest. I did
That's
that while I
incredible.
was at Berkeley.
That's
Dude.
amazing. That's amazing.
Oh, I loved Fantasy Island. Oh my.
The first Fantasy Island.
Yeah, the real Fantasy Island.
Yeah,
Hello.
with Ricardo Montalban and
Yes,
Gabriel
and
Villachez.
his Lynch Corinthian leather.
Yeah.
No, that was the Cordoba. My bad. Okay, sorry.
Right.
But oh my God, girl, what else have you? Don't tell me you were in Star Trek, because then I'm just gonna blow my mind.
Well, I do have to say, and I say this in every interview, when I started out years and years ago, they only had the 3 networks, and then they had major films. So I had small roles in major films and TV shows like the Gold Monkey and the first MacGyver.
Oh wow.
Bring 'Em Back Alive. I don't know if you guys remember those.
Well, yeah, I'm a lot older than Andy, so yeah.
Okay, yes, yeah, Well, my first role was in Blade Runner. I was a dancer in that. So I started out.
Wow.
I mean, I'm on for 1 second, so you won't see me in it, but that's what
You're
I was
still in the
used to.
movie. You're still in the movie. It counts, and that's awesome. Oh, dude.
No, so if you look at the first half of the thank you.
Yes, that's.
So that's what I
love
was
Blade
used
Runner.
to. And then I left. I had just gotten one of the best agents in Hollywood, and I had to leave the film business. And I went back and I finished my bachelor's
No, but good for
of
you.
business management at Pepperdine, and then I went on and got my MBA, and I became a product manager at Epson America, which is a division of Seiko, and I moved
Yeah.
my way up to be a VP of marketing at a point of sale software company called SpotSync. And in between, I worked for SAP companies. I worked for RAID companies. I worked for every type of technology company there was. I started 4 marketing departments on my own there for Metamore. And I handled Oracle, Bond, SAP at those. And I started the advertising and the publicity department, the PR departments there.
Oh,
And
wow.
Okay. All right.
in technology, in business,
Hold
if you're
on. Making a note to self. Get a life, Christian. Okay. There. I just because I feel so completely worthless and unaccomplished now, but I've got this show and yeah. So there. And
And
I
I
got
can
people
only
like
and I can only tell that to him so much before he just tunes it out from me. So
true. It's true.
I'm very, very proud of being in business because I am a businesswoman.
That is you
For
are
over 10
awesome.
years. But I think that's the reason for my success when I came back, because when I came back, anybody could make a film and anybody was. You could have a digital camera and just go out there and shoot anything. And I learned that, and but I always had a business mind with it. And so I knew how to publicize myself. I knew how to publicize the films I wanted to. In the last, let's say maybe 5 years, I've made a real push to do the types of films that I want to do and to be the best actress that I can be. I mean, I study at South Coast Rep with Matthew Arkin, who is Alan Arkin's son.
Yeah.
I've never stopped studying. I do have an AA from Fullerton College in drama. And Sal Romeo was my drama teacher there. Then I went on to join his theater company on Vermont Avenue for a while. And
But now let me ask you this. Let me ask the whole all these roles that you've done, okay, and now you're saying you're picking and choosing what you want to do, which I know very accomplished actors and actresses get to do that. I'm not sure what the proper is. It just actors? Can you just say actors, or is it actress and actor?
Actors. I prefer being an actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, you did all these other roles. I mean, and you were, I'm sure you did great in them. Yeah, but you got more picked to do these roles. Now you are going, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I got a feeling for this. And you can really when you can do something like that, you can really evolve that role. You can really make that role your own, and that comes out in the movie or the show that you're doing, and you get that, and it makes your performance. I mean, do you feel that it blows you up, or what? I mean, what do you think? I mean, and not to downplay all your past roles, but I'm just saying now you've got this opportunity. Does it make you come out more, I think, or
Oh yeah, well, that's the reason I'm on your shows, because I'm really proud of these projects, like working with Rena and Craig, being a producer of Down and Out in Vampire Hills,
right,
being in a family-friendly film like The Rose Wagon, being in Bad President, working with stars like Eric Roberts. I have that opportunity because of my friends Craig and Rena, but I have that opportunity mainly because of my agent Diana Carter. I've been with her about a year now, and she handles Daniel Baldwin. She handles Nicholas Turturro. She handles
Oh,
stars,
wow.
and she has two children, Akira, who's 12, and Toby, who will soon be 12. And Toby is my godson. He's
Oh,
so
right on.
adorable. So anyway, they are the youngest producers in Hollywood, and they have a company called Military Kids for Kids. And so I'm a producer with that company now. And I'm also, a producer with my own company. It's Ion Excellence Productions. And we put out all the ones that I do with Craig and Rena. But with Military Kids for Kids, there's something that we shot 2 years ago called PTSD, A Soldier's Revenge. And I first have to say that Diana is a 20-year Army veteran.
Oh,
So
right on.
she's tough. She doesn't put up with, and I mean, it's like both Diana and Joe have my back because there are
Yeah.
so many trolls in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, I can just block them, and normally that takes care of them.
Right.
But
You're like, we'll just do a little. There we go.
yeah. But I mean, you just can't escape it because I'm a positive person and I feel like I'm a nice person. I hate conflict. I never fight with anybody, but sometimes people choose to fight with me.
Well, yeah,
So
because
it's
they're angry at the world and find somebody to try and take it out on. So, and that's the great thing is you don't even let them do it. So then they just and
or if I leave their production,
yeah.
that type of stuff. So anyway, I always know that Diana and Joe have my back.
Yeah, that's awesome. Does she want to promote a podcast or anything?
Well, she has this Military Kids for Kids, which is huge. I mean,
We're kids.
huge.
Me and Andy were kids,
Well,
in a
we
way.
have PTSD, A Soldier's Revenge, coming out. It stars Robert Lasardo, Oksana Lada, who played in The Sopranos. She played who's the head guy on that?
Oh my gosh.
He played his mistress for years. I know everybody knows who he is. I didn't watch it, so
I watched bits and pieces. I know who you're talking. I can't.
James Gandolfini.
Thank you. Good Lord, that was going to drive me.
I don't have time to
Andy
watch
was going to
TV.
Google it here in a second. I know.
Yeah, so I mean,
Right.
I just don't have time. I mean, but I would have watched it. I will watch it eventually. But anyway,
yeah, when you're resting on your like you ever rest, whatever.
Well, I mean, I spend half my time acting and then the other half babysitting, and I think it keeps me grounded and keeps me balanced.
Yeah.
So,
well,
so I like it like that. But so we have PTSD coming out, and it stars Toby and Akira too. And I play. I do have to tell you this story. We filmed this like 2 years ago. And so I was supposed to play Tom Sizemore's wife. I was really excited about it. But then Tom Sizemore got COVID the day we were supposed to shoot. So luckily, Tommy Anderson, who is my good friend and a great actor and screenwriter, he took over the role because he wrote it. So I mean, I did actually get to act with Tommy. But Tom Sizemore is going to be in PTSD. It's full of stars and it's a drama. I mean, Robert Lasardo kills it. Robert Lasardo is like one of the best actors I have ever seen. I was on set watching him and I was just in awe.
Wow.
And I know a lot of Akia Leong is my mentor, who's one of the greatest actors I've ever met. Tucker Smallwood is another great actor.
Ooh, Tucker
I'm
Smallwood. Wow.
supposed to be in a sitcom called Lizzie's Plan with Tuckerson, but PTSD stars Robert Lasardo in an incredible performance. It's not finished yet; they're still filming, So that has to come out. And then I'm a producer on a film called Dust Off, which I won't say anything about right now because I don't know if I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't be getting us in trouble. I mean,
Yeah, no, and I don't want to get myself in trouble either. But I'm really, really excited about being a part of this company because my goal is to move up to big budget films with stars, which is where
Oh,
I
wow.
started out in. Except that in
Yeah.
those days I had microscopic roles. Now I want to do leads in these type of films, and Diana is giving me that opportunity. I'm going to be
That's
playing.
great.
Well, she's wonderful. I'm going to be playing the goddess Athena in a film called
Oh,
Deuce
yeah.
in Thailand next year.
Yes.
Wow.
For
Yep.
Diana. And then this Sunday we have the Los Angeles premiere for a hilarious miniseries called Recipes for Love. And that was written by Teresa Warwick, who will be at the premiere. She's in Philadelphia. It's the producers are from Philadelphia. It's 69th Street Productions, and it's Harry and Ted, and they're going to be at the premiere. And I play. It's a comedy, so I play this character named Miss Fairchild, and it's a recurring role. I'm going to be in the second season, and I worked with this fantastic actor named Jose Gonzalez. He plays my boss in it, but he is so funny. I'm not going to say anything else, but
Okay, now where can we find this? Where can we see this show?
well, they're showing the trailer for it, so you can't see it yet, but I'm sure after this premiere that they'll release the trailer because it's directed by Mike Lee.
Okay.
And so I'm sure, well, I don't know where you can see it.
Soon to be coming. But I mean, well, are they like pitching it to like Netflix? Are they pitching it?
Yeah,
To,
they are. I
okay.
mean, they're pitching it to,
So it's going to be on.
Yeah.
It's going to be on one of these big Prime Video or Netflix or Hulu. Or something
Diana
like that.
pitches everything high,
Right.
and everything's big budget, and I'm just so grateful to be her client.
That's going to be
Toby's
awesome.
godmother. So and Toby's birthday is November 2nd, so it's the day after the premiere.
Oh, right on.
And like I said, he and Akira are two of the youngest producers in Hollywood. So, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I do have to say that I'm going to be in Jimmy Drain's Dick Reno Monster Slayer because of my manager, Joseph Williamson. And Destin Ferguson is a client of my manager, Joe Williamson. I actually introduced them because
Wow.
I was in Destin's Nemesis 5, and that was executive produced by Albert Pune, and it's still one of my favorite roles. I've won like 2 Best Actress two Best Actress awards for a scene from Nemesis 5.
Wow, that's crazy.
Good Lord, girl.
And so anyway, I'm supposed to be, like I said, I'm going to be playing the Queen in Cobra Strike Force
Right.
in 2 weeks. And it's with my friend Sue Price, who is in all the Nemesis films with Albert Pune. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm also going to be playing Butch Patrick's wife in Dustin's Quakesaurus, which will be coming out next year, I think.
Oh my God. So what, you have like 200 movies coming out soon?
I've been really lucky this year, and I also am going to be filming next month with Mike Lee on his own film, and it's going to be, I think it's like a horror psychological thriller. And he
Mhm.
works with Paula. His production manager is Paula Morgan, and I'm going to be working with them, I think, the week before Thanksgiving. So they've been talking about this film, and
Okay.
it's about,
Go ahead, finish.
well, it's about, well, Mike Lee is Vietnamese, and I'm half Japanese and Chinese. So
Right.
it's about an Asian spirit. So that I'm really looking forward to doing that film.
Right on. Okay. So let me ask you this, because we've gotten conflicting reports. Being on set, okay? Now, I know it's not, it's work. I get that. But it's still a lot of fun, right? You guys are still over there having fun. I mean, yeah, there's some hard times and whatnot, but we've been told that it's work. It's work. There's no fun. It's just a constant
that was
slave and
okay.
grind.
So
There's
can
a
we?
horrible
Can I?
conflict.
Donna, hey,
and
Christian,
people-
Christian,
I'm having PTSD.
Christian. So, just a little color here, Donna. So we had our biggest interview a little while back with Carl Gottlieb.
It was about a year or so ago.
Right. And so we were represented by another manager who had an in for Carl Gottlieb. And so this is the reason why we don't allow Christian to prep anymore, because Christian prepped a little too much for it and was sort of buried in his notes during the interview. And not to Christian's issue, but Carl wasn't really happy to be on our show.
Carl just did not want to be on the show,
was-
but he was kind of pushed into it by.
He was.
How do you know he wasn't happy?
We got confirmation from the friend afterwards that he was being not good. So
he was being a prick.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that has become the benchmark, our low benchmark. It
was nothing but up from there, baby.
We have to come back to, and we unfortunately reference it sometimes when, obviously Christian still has a very heavy PTSD from it. So
I was a little traumatized.
A little bit.
Because it was just the most awkward interview I've ever done. And I've interviewed
had nothing but wonderful
and
interviews
all sorts of stuff
since then. So
but yeah. But no, he, I mean, every time, like we'd make a reference to behind the scenes and, how people joke around. There's nothing funny about this. This is serious work. And he would just go off on, it's like, okay. I so was writing the book, the screenplay. Do you ever have fun?
Really hard. It was really hard to transition into other topipics after his answers.
It was hard to do anything at it.
It was very. It was a very. I mean, the natural conversation was nowhere near.
It was
okay. There's a difference, like on a show like this, where you don't have a script and you're just live. I think it's great to have fun. I mean, because you're trying to entertain the audience. But I am like him on set. I take it very, very seriously. And now that I'm doing leads, I have a lot of stuff to memorize. And so I'm an antisocial person anyway. I will freely admit it. I really am.
Really?
I am in this business because I want to be a good actress, not to network or not to, even when I was in business, I was never one of those people at the water cooler. I was just working.
Yeah.
And that's just the way I am. I don't have fun, but
you gotta enjoy it a little bit at some point.
No, I mean, I love being here with you and listening to you and laughing. And like at networking events, I mean, those are fun. I mean,
right.
Once I get dressed up and I'm there, then I have a great time. But when I'm on set, especially if I have a big role, I need to prepare because I need to do the best job I can. And if I have people around who are laughing. And I mean, Eddie Griffin can do it. Okay. You know, I mean, he's
It's
different.
kind of what he does. I mean,
And he's just so talented. He can snap right into it. But
Right.
these other people who are horsing around on set, they aren't Eddie Griffin. So
Right.
if
Right.
they're disrupting my concentration, I'm not going to say anything because I hate conflict, but I will leave and go into another room. You know, it's like I just don't participate because
Yeah.
it's a job, especially if you get paid for it. You can't horse around, and you can't disrupt other people's concentration. And
Right.
it makes me furious. That's the one thing that I hate on set. Like with Dustin is just, you know, people don't realize because he shoots so quick, but Justin's been my friend for years.
Mhm.
He's a genius. Like he edits what he shoots. So he knows exactly what he wants. And so it's always one take. And so on his set, there's really no tension because, you know, if you don't know your line, he's going to tell you your line. You
You're
know?
screwing it up.
So that's a different thing, but I still hate people laughing and doing all that stuff because Dustin doesn't do it. You know, when all these people are like laughing and doing all this stuff, Dustin is in a corner, mapping out his next shot.
Right.
Or I'm
Right.
in
Yeah. He's
another
getting
room.
everything, keeping a roll going on, and
Yeah, it's like people who are serious do not horse around. Mike Lee, I love him. He's a great director because he's an actor too. So he shows you exactly what to do. And he's so talented, especially in comedy. Like in Recipes for Love, he would demonstrate what he wanted me to do. And it just made it so easy because it was so funny because I was
right.
trying to do what he told me to do. The same thing with Gregory Blair. One of my best films so far is called Garden Party Massacre. And it's a horror.
That's a contradictory title. Garden Party
You
Massacre.
guys, you need to see it. Just like Bad President. That won a million awards. It was from a few years back, but Gregory directed it, and he told me exactly what to do as Melanie. And I play this crazy person named Melanie, and I'm fighting for Gregory's character with another guy named David Leeper, who is a theater actor. So it's just so funny. You know? I mean,
Oh,
I,
okay. Now, do you okay? You're talking about these directors and how they come in and they've got their vision of what they want done. Do they give you a lot of room to wiggle waggle and make it your own, or do you just try to stick with exactly what they want? Or you're like, hey, let me try this. Or, I mean, do you get to improv some stuff?
Well, and I would assume that some directors are some way and some directors are another way.
actually, most directors, well, Dustin does one take, you know. So if I want to change something, I'll just discuss it with him beforehand.
Right,
But
right,
you usually get at least 3 takes, and so you can do it different ways. You know, whatever comes into your head. So
right.
I do. Well, you know, it's like with characters. This stupid thing. Okay, this with characters.
It's kind of like the iCloud in a way.
It's fucked up like 3 times since I've been talking. But they give you leeway to come up with your ideas, or
Right.
you just do it that way. You know, most I can't say. Like Mike will give me as much latitude as I want
He'll
to.
give you a lot of range to work
Yeah.
in.
You know,
Have you ever worked with anybody where they're like, do it just like this? You must follow the lines exactly the way I tell you to do them.
network TV is like that. You have to do
Oh.
everything
Oh.
word for word, and they have pages and pages of script. So
Well,
that,
yeah,
that's, I mean, on a network set, you can't mess around. That's a business.
that's
And
well,
that's where I want to get back to. you
Yeah.
know?
well,
Yeah,
because
but
they have a real tight schedule because they're trying to shoot, a series within X amount of time so they can get to the next series ready to go.
well, and
And
plus they're all, to get to that level, you work with all professionals. I
Mhm.
mean, to be a guest star on that, you have to have millions of credits, good credits.
Right.
On indie film sets, it's a little different because you have people with different levels of professionalism, or
Right. Absolutely.
so it's different.
So, but yeah, either way, which one is more enjoyable? Which do you like? I mean, I know you said you're a nose to the grindstone actress. You're coming in, you're doing your job, you're in there, you're rocking and rolling. But there's got to be I mean, which environment would you rather work in? Would you rather work in the hardcore, TV series kind of thing, or would you rather be working with the movies and a little
Well,
more
even big budget movies, you don't horse around on set.
right?
I mean, nobody horsed around on A Bad President except Eddie Griffin, and he was so I mean,
Well,
he was just going through his comedy routine, but not disrupting anything else. The crew was.
Right.
It took for it was a big budget film. It was a
Yeah.
huge film. It
Yeah.
was it premiered at Cannes, so the crew was setting up. So Eddie was just entertaining us, but he wasn't disrupting the set. I get really upset if I see people disrupting the crew or disrupting
Yeah,
the
and
process.
screwing off and causing
I
problems.
want to be in a quality film,
Right.
and it's like I'm not there to laugh at you, or I'm not there to watch you show off to me.
Right.
I'm there to work.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's awesome. Okay, so all right, so real quickly, just to uh rehash everything. You've got what at least 10 movies if I'm just loosely counting off the top of my head. You got like 10 movies coming out here soon, don't you?
Yeah, and I'm also playing Professor Alexa in Diana's Vampire. I'm playing Layla Jane Veronica in The Magnificent Warriors of Dimension War One. It's an animated film, but it stars Daniel Baldwin, Tom Sizemore, Robert Lasardo, Bishop Stevens, Bai Ling, Gigi Edgley. I mean,
Wow.
it's huge.
Bishop Stevens is going to be on the show.
I did a scene with Bishop Stevens in Adam Steigert's The Horrific Evil Monsters, and I just did a tiny little scene. This was like years ago, and he was the lead in the film, but he's fantastic, and he's also with Diana. He just
Oh,
joined.
really?
Okay. Oh, wow.
yeah.
Right on. Yeah, he's awesome. I've talked to him a few times just in chat, and
Yeah,
he's agreed to come on the show.
He's doing well. Actually, I do the film festival. I'm the VP of festivals and promotion for Olis Hayes Productions, which is putting on The Magnificent Warriors. So that's won a bunch of awards so far too, just for the trailer. But
Wow.
Bishop is going to be doing a new trailer for us. He's going to be the voice of the new trailer.
Okay.
That's
So you
great.
also do the voice acting as well.
I'm going to be. This is actually my first voice project.
Oh,
Right
wow.
on. Yeah, I try to, but I'm not very successful in voice acting, but I love to do voice acting. And
Yeah, you would be good at it. See, I mean, I
you
play
would, yeah,
one
okay.
character.
See, you would think that, right? You would think people would be all over me because I can do my Homer Simpson impersonation and things like that. But no, people hate me and don't like me because I don't know.
Have you tried? Have you gone to those clubs?
The clubs. What do you mean?
The clubs where you do stand-up comedy. They have these showcases. out here they have millions of them. I don't know the name of them, but
Oh, open mic nights.
yeah, open
Oh,
mic.
yeah. Oh,
Have you
I
done
used to
that?
do stand-up and improv back in the day when I was in
Okay,
radio.
well then you know that's the way to get discovered like that.
Yeah, but you can also do stuff on the interweb and whatnot, but
Oh,
not as successful as I probably should be. But that's fine. I got this show that, you
no,
know,
this is a
people-
great show. I mean, you guys are wonderful. I mean, you entertain on a
I
show
love
like
you.
this. You have to be funny because the audience wouldn't be entertained if they were just listening to me rattle off my projects. I mean, you guys entertain the audience, and so your audience tunes in to watch you. And so you have to
Well,
make that commercial. That was fantastic.
well, thank you.
No,
No, they tune in to see you and to talk with you. Unfortunately, we
no,
don't
my
got a whole
friends
lot of people.
aren't talking to me.
I was gonna say we don't got a whole lot of people chit-chatting today, but see, the thing is, after this, because I download the audio for the podcast, that's why I keep reiterating your name and things like that. I try to visualize
Oh,
it for people listening. Because I download the audio into the podcast and then it goes, out into the interweb, and we'll probably get about 1,000 some odd 100 people that, listen to the show at that point. So,
well,
and it
that's
goes all over
good.
the world.
Oh,
So,
that's great. Yeah,
but
normally I have people who follow me because I I don't well, I didn't have the picture to start promoting the show until last week, but
Yeah.
but I mean, it's like I've known about your show,
right.
but a lot of my friends will probably be listening to that. I mean, I have
That's
really good
awesome.
friends.
Listen on Spreaker.
Well,
.com.
and the video will be available too that you
Well,
can
yeah.
share out on your social media afterwards as well.
Yes.
So
Okay,
Yeah, and we'll
yeah, and
send
I'll
you
do
links
that.
for all that. But okay, so listen, and I don't want to cut you short, but we are starting to run a little short on time, and I know. Okay, let me just ask you this right now: will you be able to come back?
Oh, I'd love to.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh wait, no, wrong button, wrong button.
Oh,
There it is, there it is.
I'll tell you about shooting Dustin's film and my police film.
no,
Yes.
that would be great.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah, and maybe maybe bring us a clip or something so we can show it. That would be awesome.
Yeah, actually, I mean, yeah, if I was I supposed to bring a clip?
No, well now
Not
for
this
next
time.
time. Now for next time you can
I
bring
have
a
a great
clip.
demo reel, but it doesn't have. It starts with "Bad President." I
Oh,
have
okay.
a great
God,
demo
yes.
reel that Richard, my filmmaker friend Richard Thrift, put together for me. I still
Yes.
need to add to it.
All right. Well, then we will bring you back on and you can bring the clips. We'll get them downloaded and then we can talk about them and show the clips when we have you on. How's that?
Okay, great. Then I have another one. I have a wonderful friend. I do have to mention this.
Yes.
A wonderful friend named Mark Offler who takes my selfies, or he'll take screenshots and he'll do something to them. And he sends me like a picture every other day, and it's like Christmas because I have so many headshots that I love now because of Mark. And
Yeah.
so he did one of my mother today.
Aw.
Because I don't know if I'll do this real quick. My Uncle Jack died in November of last year.
Oh,
And they just named a corner of Sawtell, Japantown for my uncle. And LA City
Wow.
Councilman Mike Bonin. This was Sunday. Unveiled it. So it was a huge thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was big for my mother because my mother was really close to my Uncle Jack.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, that's so nice. Oh my gosh. Well, and I'm sorry for your loss, but that is very, very cool that they did all
Yeah.
that and that your mom got to check it out. And
Mhm.
wow, that's so cool. That is very, very cool. Dawna Lee Heising, you are just absolutely amazing. I
Oh, thank
feel
you.
absolutely worthless because I've accomplished nothing in my life.
No.
But I do what I can. I got this little show, and we are so glad to have you here. And I don't want to cut you short, but I do want to play a little game with you. If you've got the time to hang out with us and do it, would you be interested in doing that?
Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, it's a little game we like to call
Random questions of insanity.
we have to do this game because that guy keeps popping in and yelling that about
Somewhere.
this time.
Yeah.
I was trying to beat him to the punch, and I did it. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's just a little game. There are no right or wrong answers. It's just a game of fun that we like to play and have you answer some questions for us. Now, we do have a couple standard set questions that we start the show off with, and I'm just trying to get them pulled up here. And there it is. Okay. So, and I'm pretty sure she'd be good for both these.
No, I absolutely think so. I think this is a good question to ask.
All right. So our first one, which is a standard, is what is the best James Bond film?
Goldfinger.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Excellent. 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 Good answer. Good answer. Where's
What's that with my dad?
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
See, now my first one was Live or Let Die, but I love Goldfinger. In fact, that's the name of my friend's band. So I don't know if you've ever heard of them or not. Okay, so second one now, and this, I mean, you have everything at your disposal. Okay, you have the magic refrigerator. You walk in and you're gonna make a sandwich. You're gonna make Donna's favorite sandwich in the entire world. What is your favorite sandwich, and what all is on it from bread slice to bread slice, or if there's even bread involved?
I love bread.
Yeah. Oh, what? Okay, what's your favorite kind of bread?
Low carb.
Yeah. Right.
Well, yes, being an actress and model, I get that. Okay, fine. Okay, so make us your favorite sandwich.
Peanut butter and honey and bread.
Okay. Wheat
Okay.
bread? Is it like a wheat bread or like Dave's,
No, my husband brought home this bread called Carb Master the other day, and it's really sweet. And so he gets this. My husband does the grocery shopping, so he. He's a certified financial planner. I mean, he's the breadwinner too, but he likes to.
Oh, wow.
Shop. He used to work for ConAgra, so he likes to see what's new. Anyway, he brought home this peanut butter that's mixed with honey, and so I put it on this bread. It was great.
Okay. Now here's another just sub question. What is your favorite type of honey? Clover honey, or what do you is there any specific type? Wildflower honey, or
I didn't know there were different types.
see, I didn't either, but you can actually taste a difference. Wildflower honey has it's like this mellow kind of sweetness, as to where clover honey has more of a tangy sweetness to it. It's very, I've learned a lot about the honey world because I love honey, and so I was just curious. Nobody else cares, and I'll just shut up now at this point. Andy, go ahead and ask the next question.
Okay, so you have a time machine. You can go back and you can steal any role from anybody and make it yours. What role do you steal?
This is just off the top of my head because I'm sure I would think of something else. But I love Angelina Jolie in Salt.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love that film, and I love Angelina Jolie. So
yeah,
that's what
okay. That's a great answer.
I could see you doing that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Very good. All right. Let's see. You are presented with two doors. One door, you can go fix all the mistakes from your past. The second door, $10 million. Which door would you choose?
Oh, that's so hard. Well, you know, I made a lot of mistakes in my past, but if I went back and changed them, then I wouldn't have the life that I have today. So, things that I would like to change, hardships that my kids lived through and all that, but then my life would be different. And so I would take the $10 million.
Boom. Nailed it. No,
right.
no wrong answer. So that's absolutely correct. Well played. And Andrew.
You have a Star Trek transporter, so you can go anywhere in the world. All right, and you have the rest of the day off. Where do you go? Where's your happy place?
I don't know if it's my happy place, but I'd love to visit Japan.
Oh,
Okay,
Um,
all right,
just to see about my Japanese heritage.
of course.
right.
And
Yeah.
actually, my daughter is a psychiatrist at UCLA, and she was also a Fulbright scholar in Japan for a year, and she loved it. She loved the culture, and she loved the people, and I love Shohei Ohtani, and I watched this documentary on him, and the people are just so respectful. It's just like a different culture, so I just like to see
Yeah.
it for myself.
Okay.
Right. No,
great.
that's awesome. Yeah. No, I would I have some Danish heritage, and I would love to go back to Denmark and visit there. And like
that would
apparently
be cool.
my great grandfather's house still stands. And
Wow.
yeah, it's very
The
interesting.
Vikings, right?
I'm sorry.
Aren't the Vikings from Denmark?
They were some of the most brutal, savage Vikings out there.
Uh-huh.
So it explains a lot about the nuttiness inside my head. Okay. So, okay. Okay. I have a, just because I know it irks Andy every time I ask it. Who wins in a fight, Iron Man or Batman?
Iron Man. Batman.
You are so.
Batman has. Rena loves Batman. She has Batman all over her house, but Batman has no skills. He just has gadgets. He has money to buy gadgets.
You are now my favorite. Andy probably is not.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's all good.
It's true.
Everybody is entitled to their opinion on that particular matter.
As long as it's Iron. Oh, I'm gonna hear about this after the show.
Well, Iron Man, does he have skills? He has a suit.
He's got
a suit.
Mad skills. Batman does too.
Also has a suit.
Yeah, and a utility belt and a boy wonder. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
But according to the Riddler, it's the boy blender. All right, Andy, your turn.
So it is your night to order pizza. What do we order? What's on it?
The infamous pizza.
Sausage, black olives, cauliflower crust,
Okay.
lots of cheese, mushrooms, and then jalapeno peppers, and then I'm happy.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Oh, okay. Now I'm hungry.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Because you probably don't eat any of this stuff. What's better, ding dongs, ho hos, Twinkies, or fruit pies?
Oh God. Ding dongs are chocolate.
Yes. Oh, Dawna, I love you. All right. Ding dongs are awesome, especially cold with a glass of milk. Okay. Andy, let's we got time for one more piece here.
Okay. Last one for me. So your food is bad at a restaurant. Do you say anything?
Oh God, that's a hard one.
Right. Yeah.
It depends on how bad it is. And it depends on how expensive it is. If you're at an expensive restaurant and it's bad, send it back and get another one or get
right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would
but
send
if you're
it back.
but if you're at Applebee's, then
I was going to
kind of expect not the best.
How is it?
meal.
Applebee's is always our go-to. Oh, if you're at
I don't know.
Applebee's, what do you do?
They've never sponsored the show, so I have no problem. I have no problem beating up on Applebee's.
You know what? If you order a dish and it's bad, you're probably hungry and you don't want to eat the bad dish. So I would send it back because
Okay.
I want to eat something I like, because
Right.
I'm always on a diet. So if I'm eating, then I'm not going to eat something bad that I don't
Right.
like.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, I'm already doing the sacrifice. Give me the damn food correctly. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it better be great.
So there, another ding ding. Okay. All right. I actually have 2 questions. This one will be which famous celebrity would you want to punch in the face?
Punch in the face. Um,
If
I
you could
mean,
just you had a free punch, you could walk up to any celebrity. They're all lined up and you just who would it be?
right now it would be Kanye.
Oh, I think that's the best answer we've had to that
Oh.
question.
Or yay, whatever
Yes,
that is.
I know.
All right.
Yeah. Nope, that was beautiful. Okay,
Perfect.
last question. This is the one we wrap it up with. You have 30 seconds to tell the world something. What is it?
I can't.
Pressure's on.
The pressure is on.
25 seconds.
Oh, my mom is Japanese. And my mom raised me and took care of my kids.
Oh gosh. Well, just what? Thanks to mom then?
Yes, thanks to
And-
mom. Yeah.
Yeah,
My
that
mom-
works.
And moms are
We'll
awesome.
take it.
So
Yeah.
there we go. That's it. Yep. Nope. Nailed it. Oh gosh. Man, that was oh geez. Dawna,
that was fun.
you are amazing. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you agreed to come on, and we are going to get you back on here, and we will do that soon. I so appreciate you taking the time with us and promoting. We will have links to everything. Your website is Ion Entertainment, and the podcast is also Ion Entertainment, correct?
Well, no, my YouTube site is Ion Entertainment. My website is DawnaLeeHeising.me.
Oh,
And then I have a new one called DawnaLeeHeisingOfficial.com.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
well, the
Yeah.
official. So you get the little check mark by your name, don't you?
No, I don't. No, I
Well-
get all these scammers who keep trying to get me to do it, but
Oh.
I can tell they're scammers, so I just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's we well, I don't have much experience with that, but I mean, I get lots of people scamming me either way. Which is a totally different story, and we're not going to talk about it. But anyway, Dawna Lee, thank you so much for being here. You are amazing. You're just so much going on. We'll have links for everything she's got going on the website, so go to the show on the randomchristianshow.com. Check her out. She's got all sorts of movies. What's the next movie that's coming out for you?
That's coming out. Well, I'm shooting Cobra Strike Force in my
Cobra Strike Force.
film.
Okay, right on. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. We're going to have all sorts of stuff on the website again for her. Dawna, I love you. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and we will get you back on. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for Miss Dawna Lee Heising.
Thank you. I had a great time. You guys are great.
awesome. Thank you. Oh my gosh, she is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I can't. Dude, I don't even think we scraped
No,
maybe
like
50% of what she's done.
Yeah, like we probably got 10%
Yeah.
into the so
And I was just like, I mean, I wish we were doing the old show where we could just sit here for 3 hours and keep
Right.
talking with her. But
Yeah.
no, we'll get her back. That's the big hook
we'll
now.
get her back and we'll deep dive.
Yes, we'll go even
Yeah.
deeper, and I'm so fired up to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's what do we got going on? She's waving at us from the
Yeah.
green room. Thank you, Dawna. We love you. Have a great day. We'll be sending her links. We got links to her on the website.
Yeah.
Coming up next week, where's my graphics? Where's my graphics? Help me out here, Andy.
She's in
I'm
there.
dying.
She's
I'm
in
dying.
there.
There
I'll
she
get
is.
it. I can
There it is. There she is, Miss Andrea Woodfolk, returning again. It's hilarious lady. She's out been doing all sorts of different shows. You can check her out on the website as well. We will have her coming in, and I'm going to post a whole bunch of people that we got coming up for the rest of the year, so people can see all this great talent that we've got coming on. We need you to get on here, like, follow, subscribe, spread the word for the show, kids. We need the love. We need the people. We need everybody checking us out. So glad to have you along. What else? What else, Andy? Talk to me. Tell me what else I need to know.
No, I think you're hitting everything.
You've got your show coming up here, don't you?
Not this week. No. Yeah, next week. So we released on Friday, but we're gonna talk next week and release next Friday.
All right. So no rum and regrets this week, but yeah. No. Well, next week we'll be here Tuesdays, 4:00 Central Time, and we nailed it today. 4:01 on the nose.
Nailed
right
it.
Here.
Nailed it.
Perfect. So maybe
2 p.m. my
week,
time.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Eastern. So there we go. Yeah. For the rest of you, happy trick-or-treating. Be careful. Be safe. Be sane. Don't take it too seriously.
I'm going to start trick-or-treating now since I'm in costume and just see if people are ready for it.
Just start walking around the neighborhood. They're like, oh, there's the neighbor again. Yeah, he's still wearing the same outfit. Yeah. Just ignore him. He'll go away. He's not going away, is he?
No, he's not going away.
He keeps hitting the doorbell. Okay.
Trick or treat.
Awkward.
Trick or treat.
I can just see you on the ring.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
right?
I know you're there. Your car's out front. I know where you're at. Yeah. No. All right.
I know you have candy in there.
Open the door. Open the door.
It's just no, it's not right. It's wrong. It's very wrong. All right. Well, kids, for Andy right there, and for me,
Dr. Andy Stein.
Dr. Andy Stein, and I got random. Andy Stein, not Andy Steen.
Yes.
No, it's Andy Steen, not Andy Stein.
Andy Steen. Yes.
Yeah. Because that's better.
Dr.
Right?
Andy Steen. Yes.
Andy Steen.
Andy Steen.
It's not Frankenstein. It's.
Do you also say Frederick?
No, you don't, do you? It's Igor. I ain't got no.
What's
okay.
it? Is there a hump on the other side of?
Now we're just going into Young Frankenstein references, which means the show's over. It's time to go. Kids, we thank you all so much for being here and being a part of this. Be good to each other. Take care of each other. We love you. God bless you all so much. Keep it going. Keep happy. Be good. And we'll talk to you next week, 4 p.m. Central. All right, kids? 2 p.m. Pacific. And Andy's with his goggles. We'll be here next week. You be here. We love you. Peace out, kids. And we're out. Right? Yeah. End stream. Should be ended, I think.